Today we will discuss about the plant cell wall. Plant cell wall is the outermost boundary of the cell. Presence of cell wall is a typical feature of plant cells. Cell walls are chemically formed of diverse kinds of polysaccharides, which include amorphous ground substances called matrix and semi-crystalline microfibrils. The matrix is formed of hemicellulose and pectic compounds. It also includes proteins, lipids, wax, mucilage, and other biopolymers like lignin, cutin, and suberin. Lignin, cutin, suberin, these materials are also called bioplastics. The microfibrils, which are the structural network of the cell wall, is mainly formed of cellulose. The cell wall contains some openings. Mainly two kinds of openings are there in the cell wall, and they are called the plasmodesmata and pits. Coming to the detailed structure of cell wall, let's first see how a cell wall is originating. During cell division, at the last phase or last stage of cell division, that is telophase, when the chromosomes have migrated to the poles, on the equatorial plane of the spindle apparatus, vesicle-like structures will be formed from Golgi bodies or endoplasmic reticulum. These vesicle-like bodies are called phragmoplast. They grow and unite to form the initial middle lamella of the newly formed cell. During the union of phragmoplast, they will leave the opening of plasmodesmata. This newly formed middle lamella will later form, or the primary cell wall and secondary cell wall will be later deposited onto the both sides of this middle lamella formed from phragmoplast. This is how a cell wall is originating. Coming to the detailed structure of the cell wall, a plant cell wall has 3 layers. Hence, it is called trilaminar structure. The outermost layer of a cell wall is the middle lamella, followed by the primary cell wall layer. Then there comes the secondary cell wall layer. Again, the outermost layer is middle lamella, then there is the primary cell wall layer, and then comes the secondary cell wall layer. Secondary cell wall layer is seen proximal to the cytoplasm or towards the inner side of the cell wall, that is towards cytoplasm. Now, what is middle lamella? If you see this diagram, the middle lamella is present here, and this middle lamella is the cementing layer which fix two cells together, or the adjacent cells are placed together with the help of the cementing layer, middle lamella. So, the chemical composition of middle lamella is amorphous, colloidal, and optically inactive, and chemically it is formed of calcium and magnesium pectates, or pectin means polygalactouronic acids. So the salt of calcium and magnesium pectates are the material which form the middle lamella. So middle lamella is the cementing layer, and they are amorphous, colloidal and optically inactive, and it is formed of calcium and magnesium pectates. Coming to the primary cell wall, and this is the, if you see the diagram, this is the middle lamella, and this is the primary cell wall layer, and this is the secondary cell wall layer. To this side of middle lamella is one cell, and this side of middle lamella is another cell. So the adjacent cells are connected together with the help of a middle lamella. The primary cell walls are present on both sides of the middle lamella, and they are formed of pectic substance, hemicellulose, non-cellulosic polysaccharides, proteins and lipids. In the primary cell wall layer formation, the cellulose layers are separated by the presence of pectic components, or cellulose layers are impregnated with the pectic components. After cell division, a cell will be growing. Primary cell wall is present in a cell even from the initial stage. So as the cell grows and elongates or enlarges, the primary cell wall also has to grow. So primary cell wall is elastic and it allows expansion of the cells. It has plasticity, so it is elastic, and the primary cell wall will allow growth and expansion of the cell. In contrary to the primary cell wall, secondary cell walls are present in the cells which are matured, or the secondary cell wall is formed only when a cell is matured. Many times the cell will not grow further. The secondary cell wall will provide mechanical support and resistance to the pathogen invasions. On this diagram, followed by middle lamella, you can see the primary cell wall layer and the secondary cell wall layer. The secondary cell wall itself is 3-layered. If you see the secondary cell wall, it is having an outermost layer, then there is a middle layer, and there is an inner layer. So let me repeat. The secondary cell wall itself is trilaminar, having an inner layer, a middle layer and outer layer. And the secondary cell wall layers are formed of cellulose, non-cellulosic polysaccharides, hemicellulose, lignin, suberin, cutin and other waxes. But secondary cell walls are devoid of pectin compounds, or pectin is completely absent. Coming to the primary cell wall layer, cellulose impregnated with pectin is the chemical nature. Coming to the secondary cell wall layer, the cellulose impregnated with components, mainly polysaccharides, other than pectics compounds are present. Coming to the openings on the cell wall, two kinds of openings are present in the cell wall. One is called plasmadesmata and second one is called pith. The connectivity of protoplasm between cell is important for coordination of the cell. And this connectivity in a plant cell is achieved by the openings on the cell wall, which are called plasmadesmata. On the regions of plasmadesmata, cell wall layers are absent, and these plasmadesmata are fine tubular protoplasmic strands, and they are present through the, or they pass through the minute pores on the cell wall. They help the transport of materials and impulses between the cells. Coming to the internal or detailed structure of a plasmadesmata contain a central desmotubule and a central cavity. Through the central cavity, there will be transference of material and impulses, and the desmotubule act as a valve or regulator of flow of material between the cells. And this is the typical structure of a plasmodesmator. Another openings present on the another constriction like regions present on the cell wall are called pits. If you see the surface view of a vessel or tracheids, often you see small openings and they are called pits. Pits are depressions present on the cell wall, and these depressions are because of the absence of secondary cell wall, and if primary cell walls are present, they will be very thin. And often pit occurs or appears as pit pairs because you see this diagram, there is the middle lamella and on both sides you can see pits, hence it is called pit pairs. In the areas of pits, there is no cell wall thickening, and the thin wall layer or thin layer present within a pit is called pit membrane, and it is formed by the presence of middle lamella and a thin layer of primary cell wall. In many plants, this primary cell wall layer is very thin or maybe absent. The cavity enclosed by a pit is called pit cavity, and the area of pit is called pit field. The opening of this pit is called pit aperture, and this is the cavity called pit cavity. Now, depending on the presence or in some plants, the secondary cell wall has formed an arc over the pit aperture. Over the pit cavity, the secondary wall has formed a border or an arch. And in this case, such pits are called bordered pits. And if there is no arc formation, they are called simple pits. So, pits are of two types, simple pits and bordered pits. And the last part of this discussion is what is the submicroscopic structure of the cell wall. If you see the electron microscopic image of the cell wall, the cell walls are formed of having or they are having a microfibrillar arrangement. How it is formed? The cellulose molecules are of 8 angstrom wide. Around 100 cellulose molecules connect together to form a elementary fiber, and that is having a diameter of 100 angstrom. And these elementary fibers unite together to form microfibrils. Again, the cellulose molecules fuse together to form 100 angstrom diameter having elementary fiber, and these elementary fibers fuse together to form microfibrils. And this microfibril has a diameter of 250 angstrom, and they include 2000 cellulose molecules. These microfibrils form macrofibrils by uniting together, and each macrofibril contains around 5 lakh cellulose molecules. And this is like a coil or a thread, and these microfibrils are oriented in different pattern to form the secondary cell wall. Along with this cellulose fibers, non-cellulosic material like cutin, hemicellulose, suberin, pectic substance, silica, these are all impregnated onto the material. Coming to the conclusion, the cell wall contains 3 layers, middle lamella, primary wall layer and secondary wall layer. The secondary wall layer itself contains 3 layers. The openings include plasmodesmata and pits. The ultra microscopic image shows the cell wall is having a microfibrillar structure. Thank you very much for your patient listening.